We begin with the latest on the document probe surrounding the White House. This morning, the president is finally speaking out since the latest set of classified documents been found at his Delaware home. And Allison Harris is live from the White House this morning with more from the president. Good morning, Allison.
Good morning, Mitch. President Biden breaking his silence, speaking about the classified documents for the first time since the appointment of a special counsel and since more files have been found at his Delaware home. The president saying he has no regrets, suggesting that there's no misconduct here, but rather a mistake.
We found a handful of documents were filed in the wrong place. We immediately turned them over to the archives of the Justice Department. We're fully cooperating and looking forward to getting this resolved quickly. I think you're going to find there's nothing there. I have no regrets. I'm following what the lawyers have told me they want me to do. It's exactly what we're doing. There's no there.
You hear the president say there's nothing there, but the American people want an investigation, according to new polls. The Yahoo YouGov poll shows 2/3 of people support a congressional investigation, including a majority of Democrats, and a Quinnipiac poll reveals that 71% of voters believe that this is serious. So here's the timeline of when the now 3 batches of documents were discovered and how these investigations are unfolding. There are still many questions that remain unanswered, ranging from how many documents there are exactly, what the classification levels are of these documents, and who in the Biden administration made the decision to not tell the American people when the first documents were found. And remember, that happened, as you can see on that timeline, about a week before the midterm elections. Now, earlier this week, we told you there are no visitor logs for the president's private office and his home in Delaware. Republicans on Capitol Hill had been demanding to see those visitor logs to get an idea of who might have had access to this classified information. Now there's some reporting by different news outlets that the Secret Service might have its own records of people who have been vetted to be able to enter the home. You can anticipate that if those logs do exist, there will be calls for them from Capitol Hill. And Mitch, we've already been making requests to see if that's something that these lawmakers who are leading these investigations are going to ask for. The White House says it is going to comply with not only the Justice Department investigation, but also these congressional investigations. And they say that they're going to do that in good faith.
Well, and Allison, that idea that the Secret Service might have been keeping track of who entered the home, even if the Biden household wasn't necessarily doing it itself, that's kind of a theory at this point, right? We don't know that those exist.
There's some reporting to suggest that they have logs, that they have to do this vetting process, which makes sense, right? They have to vet who's going to be around the president, and that there could be a record of that. Some reporting by Fox News in particular saying that the Secret Service is willing to comply and hand over those records. But again, I've been looking for confirmation from that and even asking some lawmakers if they are going to call for those. I think that's what you're going to see happening today, or at least talk about it.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation in your cable lineup. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-based, unbiased coverage.